But what legalism is a paint-by-numbers life. Have any of you ever done paint-by-number or like color by number or something like that? And the only way that you can call it art is in like the preschool kindergarten sense, okay? Because the goal of paint-by-numbers is that you're going to obey the rules, you're going to paint the right color in the lines, and the goal is that everybody's painting at the end is going to look the exact same. And if you want to know what legalism is, that's what it is. That's the goal of legalism. You see, the Bible talks about unity. Legalism comes in and says, no, it's uniformity. And what legalism does is says that every Christian needs to act the same, talk the same, dress the same, look the same, do the same things at the same time with the same people, and then every church needs to look the same, act the same, be teaching the same thing, be doing the same thing, have the same structure. And what you end up with is a paint-by-numbers life. And all you find yourself doing is going around thinking like, okay, am I supposed to be purple? Am I supposed to be blue today? And here's another way to describe it. My kids know what to do with a cake, okay? If it's their birthday, or if Amy just decides to bake a cake, which happens a lot in our house, well, then she places the cake in front of our kids, and our kids figure out what to do with the cake, as most of us do. I don't think any of you need any guidelines or rules if I hand a cake in front of you, unless you're just allergic to eggs or you don't, like cake. You know what to do with the cake. But here's how you can ruin a kid's birthday. Okay? You say, all right, if I were to say to Noah, it's your birthday coming up, and so, we're going to get you a cake, but we're not going to get you chocolate like you like. We're going to get you vanilla because we believe vanilla cakes are better than chocolate cakes. And so we're going to get you a vanilla cake, and we're going to eat it on Tuesday. You can't eat it on Monday. You can't eat it on Wednesday. You're going to eat it on Tuesday. And you're going to eat it on Tuesday between 2:15 and 3:15. Now, all of a sudden what I've done is I've taken all the fun out of the cake. And now all Noah is going to be focused on is it Tuesday? Or is it, oh man, did I miss it? Is it the right time? And all of a sudden, that birthday cake isn't the same. Now he's thinking about what to do with the birthday cake instead of just doing what he would normally do. Instead of enjoying the birthday cake, now he's bogged down in rules. And he doesn't even have the cake that he wanted. But yet, here's what they did in Jesus' day. God says, don't work on the Sabbath. And so you had a group of people who sat around and they said, well, we don't want to do that. We don't want to violate the Sabbath, so we need to figure out what constitutes work. And so they sat around and they thought of all the different things and categories that they could think of that would be work. And they came up, no joke, I looked at it this week, there's 39 categories that they came up with of working. And then they came up with some additional things, several activities that would violate the Sabbath. Listen to this one. This one's great. One should not climb a tree on the Sabbath to avoid breaking a twig and violating the rule not to cut. Cutting was constituted as work. It was one of the categories, and so if you broke a twig on a tree, that's cutting. You shouldn't do that on the Sabbath. Shame on you, right? So you got kids that all of a sudden can't climb on trees on their day of rest, okay?